Hey there! If you're on the hunt for a great dog trainer here in Lexington, South Carolina, you have definitely come to the right place. In this explainer, we're going to break down everything you need to know to find the absolute perfect match for you and your dog. Just picture it. You're taking a nice, calm stroll along the Saluda River walk. Or maybe you're checking out the Lexington Farmers Market on a beautiful Saturday morning, and your dog, they're right there with you, totally relaxed and well-behaved. That's the dream, right? Well, the right training can absolutely make that your reality. So, how do we get there? It all starts with training that's actually designed for life, right here in our community. The whole point is to help your dog feel confident and act politely no matter where you two go around town. Now, the number one thing you're going to want to look for is a philosophy called positive reinforcement. So what is that? Simply put, it's about rewarding your dog for doing the right thing, not punishing them for the wrong thing. It's so effective because it builds this incredible bond and trust between you and your dog, which is really the foundation for everything else. Okay, so you know you want a positive reinforcement trainer, but how do you actually spot one in the wild? Well, you'll see a lot of acronyms and credentials out there. Let's cut through the noise and figure out which ones actually matter. Think of these certifications like different levels of expertise. Something like SCPDTK shows a trainer has a really solid tested background in general dog training. But if you're dealing with something more serious, like deep-seated fear or aggression, you'll want to look for a specialist with credentials like IABC, CDBC. That tells you they have a much deeper knowledge of behavior modification. All right, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. We're going to look at the different kinds of training programs you can find, and importantly, what you should expect to pay for them right here in the Lexington area. You've basically got two main paths. Group classes are awesome for helping your dog learn to listen to you even with all the distractions of other dogs and people around. On the other hand, if you're trying to fix a problem that only happens at home, like jumping all over your guests, private lessons give you that focused, one-on-one help right where the problem occurs. And here's a look at what those services typically cost in Lexington County. A standard 6-week group class usually falls between $140 and $225. A single private lesson is about $80 to $140, though buying a package deal is often a better value. As you can see, the really intensive options like a board and train are a much bigger investment. This should give you a pretty good ballpark for your budget. Okay, you know what kind of training you might want, you have a budget in mind, so let's talk about the local stuff. The rules you gotta know as a dog owner in Lexington, and some fantastic spots where you can go practice all those new skills. Every dog owner here should know these 3 key things. First, Lexington County has a leash law. That means your dog needs to be on a leash in public unless you're in a designated off-leash park. Second, a rabies vaccination is required by the state, and you've got to keep that tag on their collar. And finally, that nuisance barking rule, well, good training can really help keep the peace with your neighbors. Once you start training, you're going to need places to practice. Virginia Highland Park is fantastic for working on loose leash walking on those nice paved paths. If you want a bit more of a challenge, the trails at Saluda Shoals Park are great for teaching your dog to focus with joggers and bikers around. And for off-leash skills like recall, the fenced-in Lexington Dog Park is absolutely your safest and best bet. All right, we are in the home stretch. You're almost ready to start calling some trainers. In this last section, we're going to arm you with the exact questions you should be asking so you can make that final choice with total confidence. So, are you ready to do this? Going into that conversation with a solid list of questions makes a world of difference. It shows you're serious, and it really helps you find the absolute best fit for you and your dog. Here it is, your interview cheat sheet. Of course, you'll want to confirm their training philosophy, but also ask specifically what certifications they hold. Ask how they're going to track and show you your dog's progress. It's also so important to get a clear breakdown of their fees and any policies up front. Honestly, the answers to these questions will tell you just about everything you need to know. At the end of the day, finding the right trainer is about so much more than just fixing a few bad habits. It's the first step toward building a happier, less stressful life with your dog. A well-trained companion makes everything, from having guests over to enjoying our amazing local parks, more joyful for you, your dog, and everyone else. We hope you find the perfect fit.